everyone. If you're a sane person who lived their life instead of crazy people like us who watched hours and hours of the convention, don't worry, we're going to break it all down for you. And congrats on making better life choices than us.
You know, I am so revved up to vote, I could vomit. Again.
Yeah, cool. So this week brought us great speeches with all of the brightest stars in the Democratic Party. Austin, what was your favorite?
Oh, Doug Emhoff, man. He sold his Aunt Kamala's meet cute, and I will die for them now. Side note, I would not, however, vote for them if either one of them shot someone on Fifth Avenue. This ain't a cult.
Amen. Amen. Yeah. Now, Kamala Harris started off the week by dropping in for a quick high on Monday wearing a tan suit, and nobody died. Literally no one. Everyone lived through that experience. It was a tan suit.
It was tan.
It was tan and a suit. It was a tan suit.
Was this a commentary on her future approach to terrorism? What was it? Just looking lit AF in that tan suit? Yeah, loved it.
It was good. It was good. She did a good job. Everyone was up way past their bedtime all week. Thank you so much, Bill Clinton, for just really going the distance.
You're going to need to wrap it up. We're running low on time.
Okay, I'm just going to do a quick 500 minutes and then we'll get going. Yeah, so Tim Walz showed up to give a pep talk with a whole damn football team, which that must come in handy every time you need to move some heavy furniture, right?
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, they're terrific for that. I bet one of them has a pickup truck.
Oh, God, almost certainly. Now, there was something a little bit different about this convention. Let's see if we can spot it. So just to compare, we're going to take a look real quick at the RNC roll call.
We want to remind all our delegates, our alternates and guests, that maintaining order during the roll call is extremely important. If attention is not in order, it's difficult for the secretary or presiding officer to hear the vote announcement.
And now here is the DNC roll call.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here tonight to officially nominate Kamala Harris for president. Five, get loud, another round of shots. DNC, turn out for what?
Now that's a real subtle difference. You really got to look for it to be able to see it. Can you see it?
Maybe if I squint, I'm a little. It's hard.
Yeah.
Whatever is it? Is it that guy? Right there, I think.
Maybe I should squint harder.
Is that Lil Jon?
Yeah, there he is.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, the massive difference.
It's a little bit of a difference.
Wow.
You gotta.
Once you point it out, it was
Sure.
glaringly obvious.
Yeah. It's once you see it, you can't unsee it. You know.
Yeah. It's like on one hand you have joy and happiness, and on the other hand you have wild accusations, character assassination, complete nuttiness, and I'm going to say the depression I've felt from 2016 to 2020. Not sure what.
Yes, coupled with a sheer boredom that will just put you right to sleep at night, like in the words of Steph Curry, night, you know what I'm saying?
I take those little melatonin things,
Yeah.
Except for when the RNC's doing their convention.
Sure.
And I just play 5 minutes on sleep mode on the TV and out.
Yep. You may also want to try drinking. I heard that that's good for that too.
Do go on.
Hey, there we go.
I mean, the other thing that was different about the DNC to the RNC is what the kids are calling vibe. Yeah. So now I have to say vibe around my kid and her friends so that they know I'm lit and brat.
Are you brat? Is that? Huh?
I'm super chill, yo.
Just double checking. What's your definition of brat?
Well, why don't you define woman? Damn it, white people! Oh, they've got in my head. Okay, shit.
So obviously last night Kamala gave her speech, and in order for us to comment on that, we are going to have to go to a second location. Hi guys, we are at BD Riley's here in Austin, and we just had a watch party for Kamala Harris's speech. All I can say is, wow, that was very exciting. Austin, what are your thoughts on that speech?
Well, first of all, I think I might have finally come off the undecided and moved to the decided vote. There's a A good 60-40, I'm going Kamala.
Good.
I liked how she didn't talk about revenge,
Sure.
dictatorship of
Yes.
hers.
Fun.
She
Yes.
left out entirely anything vindictive,
Yes.
snide, cruel.
Right.
Yeah, she seemed to focus a lot on things I actually wanted for the country rather than things I would like to actively avoid.
Right. I think the part where she didn't call America a shithole for like 45 minutes, I thought that was kind of cool.
That was
a
nice.
novel approach. I mean, it's worth trying.
You know, as a
Check it out.
policy, America not shithole is pretty solid. There's a good basis for that.
Yeah,
I feel
a
good
lot of
about
us
it.
actually like it here. A lot of us think it's actually good.
And we
So
live in Texas, and we're still holding on to that.
yeah. So I thought she really nailed that particular message. I just want to tell you guys, it is 400 degrees out here.
Right, warm.
We are suffering for our art, but
Deeply.
it was very, very much worth it because that speech was the shit.
And then some. I have what scientists refer to as deep-rooted swamp ass right now, and I
Amen.
wouldn't trade it for the world.
No.
I would, actually, but I'm still very glad I was out here schvetting just for this. It was a schwitz for the country, and that's a choice I made.
I am glad that we finally got you off the fence, Austin. Way to make a decision. It's
Yeah.
good to be a decider. And so yeah, we're pretty excited. We're fired up. We're sweaty. With heat and with excitement simultaneously. You can do that. I don't know if people knew you could do that. Anyways, we are gonna head back to the studio now and pretend like we didn't have beers for the past couple of hours and get on with the rest of the show. You ready?
I absolutely did not eat Guinness steak poutine
He did not.
at all.
No.
No,
Wouldn't
no.
do it.
So the dream. Oh, we live the dream. We dream the dream.
We're back in the studio.
That was awesome.
Now, one thing that I think is different about this convention is that Comedy Central must have been a consultant because this thing turned into a total roast. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the funniest moments from the convention.
I was too young to sign the paperwork. I had to ask my mom to sign the paperwork for me because I don't have bone spurs.
Who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
Donald Trump doesn't know you at all. You think he understands that when your car breaks down, you can't get to work? No. His first word was probably chauffeur.
There's the childish nicknames, the crazy conspiracy theories, this weird obsession with crowd sizes.
When a house is on fire, we don't ask about the homeowner's race or religion. We don't wonder who their partner is or how they voted. No. We just try to do the best we can to save them. And if the place happens to belong to a childless cat lady, well, we try to get that cat out too.
I saw him holding the Bible. He should try reading it.
Trust Donald Trump and J.D. Vance to look out for your family? Shoot, I wouldn't trust them to move my couch.
Donald Trump is like an old boyfriend who you broke up with, but he just won't go away. He has spent the last 4 years spinning the block, trying to get back into a relationship with the American people. Bro, we broke up with you for a reason.
Kamala Harris has a resume. Donald Trump has a rap sheet. She presides over the Senate while he keeps our national secrets next to his thinking chair.
She will never rest in defense of our freedom and safety. Donald Trump fell asleep at his own trial.
I guess Donald Trump will finally know what it's like when you get left for a younger woman.
What are they supposed to make to these endless tributes to the late, great Hannibal Lecter? President Obama once gave me the great honor of saying I was the explainer-in-chief. Folks, I've thought about it, and I don't know what to say.
J.D. Vance, do you understand why there was a sudden job opening for running mate on the GOP ticket? They tried to kill your predecessor.
And don't even get me started on his new running mate. At least Mike Pence was polite.
You ever seen a document that could kill a small animal and democracy at the same time?
I have to say, Coach Walls, way too much reliance on the blitz in '99 against Mankato East. You had a strong defensive line. I would have played more press coverage with your corners and then dropped the safeties into a Tampa 2. That's just me. Sorry. I wanted you to know how I feel every day of the NBA season. All right.
You can tell those flannel shirts he wears don't come from some political consultant. They come from his closet, and they have been through some stuff.
For generations, people have debated when to call the person you're being set up with. And never in history has anyone suggested 8:30 a.m. And yet, that's when I dialed. I got Kamala's voicemail, and I just started rambling. Hey, it's Doug. I'm on my way to an early meeting. Again, it's Doug.
So, Austin, I think my favorite of that batch is when our own Jasmine Crockett from Texas, we love you, please come do the show, when she referred to the toilet as Trump's thinking chair and referenced his documents being scattered about in the throne room, let's call it. What about you? What was your favorite?
That one was both relatable and understandable. I feel her on that one. For me, though, Hillary Clinton referring to when Donald Trump fell asleep at his own trial.
That was good stuff.
Chef's kiss.
That was good stuff. I really do feel like if the two of them were combating each other in this campaign, that she would waltz away with it.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I see that one, yeah.
That was a pun.
I liked it. It was, that would Pokemon go to my heart.
Yes. And don't you bitches forget to Pokemon get your ass to the polls.
Seriously, I will. Go vote. I need to make sure my kid doesn't get burned as a witch.
Amen. Amen. We are anti-witch burning on this channel. We've always said so. We are anti-witch burning. Everyone needs to know that. Okay.
They have the best tinctures. Planned Parenthood of Great Rivers had a mobile clinic parked near the DNC where they were offering free vasectomies and medication abortions on site. Okay. Maybe the branded convention swag is just getting a little out of hand.
Yeah, I think when your convention gives you a frozen bag of peas to put on your junk for the next 24 hours, guys, what do we got to take it down a notch, okay?
Yeah. Pins, USB sticks. Pins, USB sticks. And scene.
That's it. Those are the only two things. Don't do water bottles. Everybody has water bottles. We have way too many tote bags, too many reusable grocery bags. No, pens, USB thingies. That's a technical term, right?
That is the correct technical term, yes. I mean, you wouldn't give out a branded pair of scissors, so you wouldn't give out a branded snip snip.
Amen. Now, after watching this convention, you are probably fired up. So let us help you channel that energy in a positive direction instead of all the porn stuff you were going to do. So step 1, go to vote.gov to see if you are registered to vote, and if not, go register.
Step 2, tell 5 or 10 or 15 of your friends to do the same. Post that on your social media. Get the word out.
Amen. And step 3 is going to be to set a reminder every week to go check your voter registration to make sure it's still there, because there is some shady shit going down with the purging of the voter rolls. So you can't vote if you're not still registered. Keep checking till Election Day.
4, tell all your friends and family to do that too. They need to do it too.
They need to do it too. Number 5, go donate a little bit of money if you can.
If you can. And 6, if you can. How about some merch from our store?
Hey, we got merch. 7, have a voting party. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. So what you're going to do is you're going to say, hey friends, come on over to my place. We're going to go carpool. We're going to Pokemon go to the polls. We're going to do our civic duty. And then afterwards, we're going to have a little party to congratulate ourselves, you know? This can be a potluck. This can be a theme party. Austin, do you have any fun theme party ideas?
I only go with ghosts and vampires because they are the sexy themes.
Okay, ghosts and vampires. I am more of a champagne and frittata type girl.
Perfect.
Those pair very nicely together. You know, there's lots of different options. So explore thematically whichever one works for you. Bring the friends over, make it fun, make sure everybody goes to vote.
Ghosts, vampires, vote.
Okay, so we have talked a lot about what Democrats have been up to, so how's Trump doing?
Not good. Lots of bad news for him, which makes us happy.
Yeah, so new filings came out from the campaigns. Turns out Harris raised 4 times more than Trump did last month, or in Obama language, hers was kind of this much on the fundraising, and his was more kind of this much. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. It definitely had less width. She had this very girthy, very it really filled you up. And,
yeah.
And he just left so much wanting.
Yeah.
It wasn't satisfying.
Right.
It didn't really. It didn't get me there.
Yes. Very, very unsatisfactory. Kind of a fundraising, sort of leaving you to wonder if maybe you should call up your ex-boyfriend and see just what is he even doing these days.
Maybe he's got some money for you in that sense.
Sure.
You know, I mean, it's not his fault. You know, it happens to a lot of people.
Sure.
I'm told, and just not Kamala ever. She's not had any problems with that. She's just like,
like you couldn't even. There's so much coming at you. You couldn't even. You know. Yeah. It's she's doing great.
She's doing good. Yeah. She's doing good. Trump is very butthurt about the Obamas going after him.
Did you see Barack Hussein Obama last night? Take little shots. He was taking shots at your president. And so was Michelle. You know, they always say, sure, please stick to policy. Don't get personal. And yet they're getting personal all night long, these people.
Now, Austin, this is actually very sad. The former president has a medical condition. Not a lot of people know about this. And it is called thin skin disorder. It is when your skin gets extremely, extremely thin and you just can't handle anything. But there's good news. There is a topical cream called Skin Thickener. You just put that on once a day. You can mix it with your bronzer if that's what you're into. And before you know it, anything that the Obamas say is just gonna bounce right off of you. Go ahead, let's try it. Austin, call me the C word.
What?
Call me the C word. Don't worry, I can handle it. I've been taking this stuff for a while.
I'm not comfortable with that at all.
It's fine. I can handle it. I'm a woman on YouTube. I have to deal with this stuff all the time. Don't worry. No.
I would never call her this.
You totally could. I could live through that. No, listen, Donald Trump. This is our message to you. Get a little skin thickener. Paste that on, go out and live your life, and before you know it, you won't even care about what Michelle or Barack Obama has to say about you. Skin thickener. Ask your doctor.
Trump tried to steal that Beyonce song from the Harris campaign, and Beyonce sent him a cease and desist.
Oh, now here's the question. If he can't use that song, which song is he going to use? I think it is probably going to be Mozart's Fantasia in D minor for several reasons. Number one, Mozart's been dead a long time, wasn't known to be a particularly litigious fellow while he was out and about. So I think his music is probably in the public domain, or whatever they call it when you can't get sued for playing a song. So that's good. Fantasia, because he lives in a fantasy world. And then D minor, and I think we all know what that's for.
We do. We absolutely do. I heard he tried to get the happy birthday song, but that actually is still under copyright, and they insisted that they would never support him having a happy birthday. Accused seating enthusiast J.D. Vance was asked about Kamala's huge surge in the polls. I guess Vance's brain got stuck between the cushions this time because he tried to simply dismiss everything by accusing the polls of being fake. Well, JD, I did a quick Google search, and yeah, that doesn't look very fake to me, does it, smart guy?
Now, Kamala Harris's fans could not be reached for comment on J.D. Vance's remarks because they were having too much fun at fancy parties and raising money to care what J.D. Vance thinks.
On Wednesday, Trump posted yet another screed to Truth Social that is borderline Biden fan fiction, in which the former reality TV host says that he was amazed at Biden's anger, but that he's also happy to have played a part in his demise, but also that he's dreaming about him being mad about Obama, Pelosi, and George Clooney? I mean, at this point, we have to beg him to pick a lane. Do you want to fight him or fuck him?
Now, there is, I guess, some good news, but mostly it's actually just kind of weird news. RFK Jr. is said to be dropping out on the advice of his brainworms, and he is dropping a dead bear on Trump's lawn in the hopes that he'll get a cabinet position out of it. But which cabinet position?
Ooh, I mean, he'd make an excellent secretary of parasites. He'd be fantastic as anyone, if he's overseeing transportation that stops suddenly and loads dead bear carcasses into cars, which is a thing exactly one time.
Yeah, you know, we have never had a secretary of roadkill, and I say let's try it, see what happens.
It could be like the border czar, but we're just like strangeness czar, I guess would be a fun one.
Oh, weirdo czar.
Weirdo czar. There we go.
Czar. Yeah, that makes sense.
Nailed it.
Now, Trump is saying that he will appoint Elon Musk to his cabinet because you know what that guy needs is more jobs. Austin, does it count as job creation if all the jobs that you create is more jobs for people that already have too many of them? Is that how that works?
According to the Republicans, yes. As long as you assign yourself an additional role, you can have an extra bonus that year. You are going to have to fire several dozen hundred people. But, you know, the books still work out balanced, so no harm done.
I love a loophole.
Yeah, it's nice.
Now, Austin, let's talk about maybe the weirdest news story ever, which is that Trump supporters are carrying around cups of what is meant to be, yeah, you're going to want to drink for this one. They're carrying around cups of what is supposed to be representing J.D. Vance's semen. Just, you know, thoughts? Wow.
A, why? And B, is that on Amazon? And C, I know they're starting to do the Halloween stores again, and that sounds both frightening and comical, so no, I don't have answers, just questions.
Yeah, you know, nothing makes MAGAs harder than carrying vials of J.D. Vance's semen. MAGA types find nothing harder than carrying J.D. Vance's, no, hang on. What are these women doing carrying around vials of J.D. Vance's semen? God, that was hard. I mean, weird.
Weird hard. The GOP dropped their impeachment report on Biden, and no one cares.
No one cares at all. The guy is going to be out of office in 5 months. He is old news. But the new news is that now James Comer is saying he is going to investigate Tim Walz. Do you want to know why he's going to investigate Tim Walz? It's the best reason that you can possibly think of. Do you want to take a guess?
Ooh, okay. Because, was it that helping people learn how to change a burned out headlight video?
No. So apparently Tim Walz once went to China and then decided to go back because he had a decently good experience there. And then he got married, coincidentally, on the anniversary of Tiananmen Square. And now James Comer has said, you know what we're going to do with those taxpayer dollars? We're going to investigate. We're going to get a little, magnifying glass out and we're going to look at that. And I expect that to be just as productive as the Biden impeachment report.
I expect we will find out, if not the same amount, possibly even less. Amazing. Exciting. Trump fell for a fake AI-generated endorsement from Taylor Swift. Don't you think it's weird how a beautiful genius like Donald Trump forgot what the most famous person in the world has been saying about him since 2016? In 2020, Taylor Swift wrote a tweet to Donald Trump, and it had the words, "Fires of white supremacy, racism, and vote you out in November." I guess Trump thinks it's possible for anyone to come to the dark side in 4 years.
And Don, just so you know, when Taylor wrote, "Hi, it's me, I'm the problem, it's me," she was writing that from the perspective of, well, you. It's actually a pretty good summary of your campaign.
Google CEO and stranded Boeing astronaut George Santos has pleaded guilty to identity theft and wire fraud, saying, "I deeply regret my conduct and I accept full responsibility for my actions." Santos, recognizing that he disgraced the Republican Party, immediately tried to write off his legal fees as a donation to the Harris-Walz campaign.
Okay, so other stuff happened this week that wasn't politics, but was just as weird.
A hospital in Atlanta is being sued by a couple that flipped their lids when they found out that the hospital lost part of the husband's skull. Gives a whole new meaning to losing your head. The couple alleged that sometime after the husband had brain surgery that involved temporarily removing part of his skull, called a bone flap, grody, and before a second procedure that would replace the bone flap. That's so nasty. Oh, the hospital went and just lost the damn thing. Well, the couple was understandably upset, and when reached for comment, hospital administrators asked for patience, saying, "Okay, hold on, it's here somewhere. Just help me look on the floor."
People in Florida should be very afraid of hurricanes, but it seems some people have found a new use for them: transporting cocaine. After Hurricane Debbie, over $1 million worth of blow washed up on shore. The Vice and Anti-Fun departments are working to find out what kick-ass party this cocaine might have come from. We will keep you posted.
A food bank in Wellington, New Zealand distributed what they believed to be candies to several hundred homeless people. The candies, however, turned out to be pure methamphetamine, each one up to 300 times a normal dose. Once they realized what happened, workers have been working tirelessly around the clock to retrieve all of the mistaken candies. And they have vowed not to rest, or eat, or blink, or stop screaming until they have every piece of candy that they can get their hands on. Authorities are not asking for additional assistance from the public at this time. So back off or I'll cut you!
Eating good in the neighborhood news now, as a woman who ordered an all-you-can-eat special from a neighborhood Applebee's was charged after getting into an argument with management. Girl, what do you think this is, a Waffle House? That wraps up this week's episode, but we will be back next week with more things to talk about. They just keep happening, don't they?
I hate it, but they do.
All right. You guys take care of yourselves. Love you.
Bye.
Oh, I love a good dick joke. Dick jokes in the afternoon.
For me, it was Hillary Clinton when she referred to, God damn it. You did great. I'm sorry. What is a cookie? What is a cookie? What is a brat? It's a green background, and I want to say it's a sans serif font. Damn it, I'm too old.
Okay. Austin's not okay right now.
Is it lit?